Hello, welcome, I'm Hannah. I kind of already introed this video in my last Looxi video, which went up maybe a couple days ago or a week ago. I'll link that one down below. But for a quick recap, I'm trying to go through all of my single shadows in my collection and make videos about each of them, but for my Looxi shadows, I have so many of them, and I have so many more recent collections that I just haven't played around with that much. So my last video was swatching my Halloween collection shadows, and I learned that 2 of the 6 were really bad and 4 of the 6 were amazing, and I wanted to do the same thing today for my Snow Angels collection. Recently, Looxi always announces their collections a day before they drop. This one they announced on November 29th. It dropped at noon on November 30th. I got my confirmation email at 12:03, and then it shipped on December 15th, and I got it on December 26th. So while these collections have seemed like they're limited edition, and there's no chance to see anyone else's swatches other than the official page of swatches before you buy them, I think it's kind of interesting to look at past collections and figure out how many of them worked and how many can we expect in the future of a collection to be worthwhile, you know? So I have the whole Snow Angels collection. It's 7 shadows. In the last video, I was kind of describing some as sheer, and when I was saying sheer, I kind of meant like thin and like more balmy in a way, and then I was talking about ones that were more flaky that have kind of more substance when you swatch them. And you can kind of tell from looking at them, not always, but looking at these 7, 6 of them look pretty balmy, which like I'm not very excited about. 1 of them looks more flaky. I've been surprised before. I'm prepared and hoping to be surprised again. And let's just dive into putting these on my eyes. So these shadows are no longer on their website, but I did save pictures when they first released, and I put them in a grid. There's also like 1 matte in there that I also ordered, so you can ignore that for these purposes. But I'll pop that picture of the website's provided swatches up now so you can see. They all look pretty cool. They always look pretty cool and shifty in their swatches, and they don't always come out that way, but it's just kind of like an interesting reference to see. So this first one here is Snow Angel, and this one just looks white. And like a shimmery white can be really nice for the inner corner, so I'm not knocking it, but I do know that all of the swatches look shifty, so we'll see if this does anything. First on my hand, I would just describe this so far as like a pale yellow gold. I may have gotten some concealer on my lid, but I don't have any primer on or anything. I'm gonna zoom in a little more. So on the lid, it looks yellowy, almost green. I think all in all, it's pretty lackluster. I don't think it has enough pop to even be like a fun inner corner shadow for me. It is more pigmented than I would have thought. I feel like a lot of times these white shadows really sheer out, and this one is definitely like sitting on top of my lid. It doesn't offend me enough that I want to declutter it right now, but it's on watch. I'm not excited about it. I wouldn't say this is a home run. The next shade is Lollipop. This just looks like a medium toned pink. It does feel like the powder's coming up a little bit when I swatch it, but not that much. So it does pick up the light, but it doesn't look very impressive. So in the eye, I feel like you can tell more that it's more of like a pink base with a yellow reflect to it. It's still not shimmery enough to be awesome to me. Maybe I'm just like in a different mood than I was when I filmed the last one, where I was so kind of quick to declutter things. Because I feel like I probably will end up decluttering both of these, but I'm just not ready to right now. I'd like to compare this to other pinks before I get rid of it. But yeah, nothing great. Nothing great. So the next one up is the only one that visually looks like it might be that like flaky, awesome, sparkly formula that I love. This one is Gingerbread. It looks kind of like a terracotta pinky, but very reflective. Wow, that's so much better than those. Wow, wow, wow. That's so pretty and so reflective. The shade of it doesn't necessarily wow me, but the formula of it I think is really pretty, and if I want this kind of shade, I'll be happy to have it. Gingerbread is definitely a winner. Next one up is Sugarplum. This just looks like a pretty purple. It definitely doesn't look as like kind of sheer as these do, kind of as thin as these do. It looks like more of a metallic to me than this like high shimmery finish. It kind of reminds me of, I think, Kazookles from Divina. After I finish going through all my brands, I'm kind of planning to go through by color. So that's a comparison I'm actually really excited for in the future. And I think Kazookles is probably going to kick its ass. Just saying. Or even there's that one from Cleona, is it Tapestry? Something like that. Yeah, I think for this shade, it's pretty. If I didn't have those other colors that I was mentioning, I would definitely be more excited about it. But because I know I have shades like this that are just awesome, this doesn't excite me that much. But it's alright. It's not bad. It's not bad. So the final three seem to be more in like the blue family. This one is Peppermint. Kind of looks like a robin's egg blue maybe. It seems like it has a bit of a pink reflect. I kind of hate it. I don't know why, I just kind of hate it. Let's see. I hate it. I hate this. I don't know why I hate this so much. It's like really a very, what I'm calling a sheer formula. It has nothing to it. It's like putting a bomb on my lid. I'm gonna get rid of this one right now because I hate it. I hate it. Peppermint, I hate you. I took it off my eye because I hate it. And we have two left, so it kind of makes sense, but I hate it. Next one up, Chili. I can't tell if it's just because there's clearly specks of a pink shadow in there just from, you know, cross-contamination in my palette, or if it has a bit of a pink reflect also. I'm not sure. Okay, right next to the one I hate, this is Chili. Ugh, that also kind of feels like a slippery, icy blue. I think it does look a little prettier. Maybe I just hate seeing anything next to that one. Okay, this is better than the last one. It's a very icy blue shimmer. I could see this one working pretty well as an inner corner highlight. It's interesting because I feel like with the last collection that I was swatching, they were either really good or they were really bad. And I think this one is another middle ground. It's not as sparkly as their sparkly shadows can be, but it's not one of those dull, lackluster, thin, terrible ones that I hate. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. The final one in this collection is Winter Moon. So it is like a bit more of like a denim blue than those other two. Maybe almost like a yellow reflect. Huh. I think I feel similar about this one that I do about this one. It's okay. It's alright. It's not bad. Maybe it's more like $3 quality. You know, I've said that their amazing shadows are worth way more than $3. Their shitty shadows are worth nothing, but their in-between shadows, they're alright. They're $3 shadows. They're alright. I don't really know what to make of this. The collection was 7 shadows. One of them I had to discard immediately. 2 of them I'm very about, and I probably will discard them. 3 of them are alright. And if I have similar shades in my collection in formulas that I like better, I probably will discard them also. There's really only one winner for me here. In my Halloween video, I gave like clear numbers because there was like 2 bad, 4 good. These aren't that simple. I'd say 1 terrible, 2 bad, 3 okay, 1 good. So I can't break down the numbers as simply. I think for the Halloween ones, overall, to me, the collection was worth it. For this one, overall, the collection was not worth it. However, I had no way of knowing that until I purchased the collection. Maybe I can simplify it in saying that Halloween collection was worthwhile, thumbs up, 100%, and this collection was not worthwhile, thumbs down, 0%. So we're averaged out at 50-50 right now of your chance of having a worthwhile collection. Wow, that sucks. I'm disappointed. I was so pleasantly surprised last time. Bummer, dude. I just turned off the camera, but I was kind of like swatching those two dud ones in my hand, and I popped the light one in my inner corner, and I'm realizing that because it's so kind of pigmented, it doesn't even look nice there because it doesn't meld into my skin at all. And I'm just remembering that things don't need to be absolutely horrible, repulsive, I hate this, get this off of my eye right now, to be decluttered. They should be decluttered if they're not adding anything to my collection. And if I know I have light shimmery shades and shimmery pinks that I like better, and reaching into either of these, I would be disappointed. I'm not keeping it in my collection, so I'm actually going to declutter these two right now. Okay. And I also just want to add that since I decluttered 3 and I kept 4, and we can use that as a clear rubric for price allocation, the $21 cost of 7 over the 4 shadows that I kept makes each of those $5.25 each. So still, that's really not bad. Maybe me saying this like collection overall was like a downer is kind of like an exaggeration, because 4 of the shadows I'd still say are pretty quality, despite not being all mind-blowing. Okay, bye. I guess that's everything for today. My next Looxi swatch video is probably going to be on the Butterfly Kisses collection, and that collection I do have more experience with, and I know that some of those shadows are awesome. So hopefully that will be a bit of a redeeming character arc for Looxi, because I'm kind of leaving this right now feeling a little bummed on them. So sorry this one was a bit of a downer, but either way, I would really appreciate it if you can give me a like and subscribe. There's a lot more indie content coming. Most of it is very positive and enthusiastic, but when things are bad, we'll talk about that too. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.